Let me ask you, if you have the opportunity to leave this place, will you leave?
Hi! Will you help me out now? Hey, you said you want to help me out too.
It's possible I can decide to help you.
I help me out now. Ah, with speed. Have you forgot about this Indomie here? To climb the hill is easy.
Wow.
Very difficult too. Ah, with speed, I rush down. Forget about this, even like this Indomie here. Forget about them.
Hey guys, we are here in Ugu Eron. That is Ugu Eron. That if you translate to English, that is Aaron's Mountain on Aaron's Hill, and we are here to explore this village where many people, I mean a lot of people outside Enugu and people inside Enugu do not even know that this place exists. This kind of community, a kind of ghetto. You can barely find a moderate house or something. Don't worry, when we go up there, you're going to be seeing a lot of things because it's kind of crazy here. Quite alright, there's power supply, there's electricity, but then outside electricity and some other little amenities like school, are there really good life in this community? Does the government actually know that these people exist in Enugu State? Do people of Enugu State know that there is a place like this in Enugu State? That's a big question. Follow me as we explore this village. Not a village in a town. So by the end of this video, you should know if actually you know places in Enugu. If you've not been to this place, then it is time for you to come here. The people of Enugu, I bring you a very nice video from Ugu Eron. Not the last house, but if you get to the last house, you are gonna get, as in you are gonna get extremely tired. I don't think you can be able to raise wallet, but I think we have people we want to talk about. This is about exposing and exploring Ugu Eron community. And remember, this is Pencraft Media. If you've not subscribed, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe on Pencraft TV. So I have some guys here, some ghetto guys, cool guys from our Enugu State. Okay, remember, if you've not been to this place and you are seeing this place for the first time, it's worth visiting. And sometimes we do take out some charity work on this community. Last time it was the charity work on Ugu Eron, where we share something for some kids and also some women. And by next week or in 2 weeks time, we're also going to carry out a charity work here in Ugu Eron as well. So if you have something for them, you can actually go on your own or follow through an NGO to come for them. So we are not done with the interview. We still have so many others who are willing to talk to the camera, who are willing to talk to Pencraft Media. So
currently we're here at the top of the mountain. As you can see, I had to cover my face, so the sun here is mad, it's crazy. And I have with me here one of the top dogs here we have at Ugu Eron. So he would like to introduce himself to us. So my guy, what's up now? Let's shake hands first. I like this your hair, I swear. Thank you. Makes sense. So tell us, what is your name?
My name is Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you have to say about this Ugu Eron? Like, I want you to explain to us what this place is all about. In general, what you think about this community, this place?
Many things. Many.
Okay.
This place needs to revive. Understand? Because even though people are living here, they are trying as possible as they can to put it together, to make it a place to live. But guy, this place is a place you can't even imagine that is existing on earth. Whoever that lives here succeed. There's no place on earth that person will not succeed.
That's very good. Okay, I believe, how long have you been in this community?
Well, I've been here for 10 good years.
Wow, 10 good years. Can you hear that, guys?
Yeah.
10 good years.
10 fucking good years.
And then, in these 10 years you've been here, have you, traveled out to other places, like checked out other communities?
Sure. I have traveled to Abuja. Okay. I have traveled to Lagos. I have traveled to Onitsha.
Okay, so what's that one thing that always brings you back home? Like whenever you think about this place, you always run back home. You want to still be with the community, still want to be with the people. What's that thing that always brings you back?
The thing that brings me back is government work.
Okay, government work.
Yeah, and this time around, like people that retired before in the government, government monetize the house as the porters for government to live, to stay and be going to work. They monetize it to the people that retired. Then we that started the work again, there's no place to hide, and the money they are paying is too fucking small. So for you to make it, you have to find a place that is cheap where you can hide yourself to make a life.
That's very cool. Okay, now I don't know, do you guys have something like a leader or someone that coordinates this community? Like let's say an elderly person that is in charge of the affairs and things that concerns this community?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have, but they are still war within themselves. But to me, I will focus on my job.
I know you guys also have like youth leaders.
Yes.
Okay. Are you one of those in charge of the youth?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. So I want to also chip in one thing. Like I asked the other person. I want to know, had there been any efforts made by some of the people that have lived here before, those that have made it in life, probably those that have traveled far and wide, they have established themselves? Had there been any case that they get to come back to this community and then give alms, charitable stuff to the people of this community? Have you experienced something like that? Like for instance, someone that lived here for a very long time, going outside, to make it and then coming back here to share things and goodies to people. Have there been a case like that?
Yes.
Like,
some of them, they used to do that when they come back, like end of the year, December. Understand? They can share money to some poor people that live in here. Okay. Some of them, they used to build some house, like the other house there.
Okay.
One of guy built it and he just put it in a rochi whereby.
Wow, someone that lived here built that house.
That house, yes. There's another one there.
Guys, we're going to show you the house. He said one of the individuals that once lived here built that house over there. It's actually a very beautiful house. You're going to see it very soon. So apart from that, like for instance, do you see yourself living or moving away from this community?
I'm seeing myself moving away from this community.
So what will you advise every other youth that stays here? Will you advise them also to leave, go and explore life, go and hustle, and then probably do whatever they want to do or they can't do to make their life better? Then probably maybe when they must have established themselves to an extent, then could actually come back here and then give alms and also advise the younger ones coming up. So do you think that would be a very nice thing for the youth of this place?
Yes, yes, it should be a very nice thing for the youth that are living here to do. Right. When you leave this place, you go another place, then you make it, you come back and see them and make them happy too. Because this place, there's no water here, even the electricity is hard to see it here. So nothing gives joy here. Even the house, so you can see, look around, you can see the way.
Most of the things are in Chambo.
It's because now it's summertime. When the rainfall starts now, you see people sleeping on their table inside their room.
Wow. All right, guys, thank you very much. You've heard what the young man said, and I believe, I don't know, it's a very, very difficult one if you ask me. People are actually finding it funny living in this place. So if there's anything you can do, like my colleague said earlier, if there's anything you can do, share arms to help these people that live in this community. You can also do it through a charitable organization, or you can come as an individual. Don't forget to subscribe on Pencraft TV. My name is Remain Summer. All right, good afternoon, sir.
Good day, sir.
So please, can you tell us your name?
I'm Mr. Chime by name, Josiah.
Okay, Mr. Chime.
Yes.
Please do explain to us, where exactly is this place we are today?
Yeah, we are in Ugu Eron area, Eron's camp. Yes, off Area Road.
Enugu North.
Enugu North.
Alright. So, how long have you been here?
I've been here for almost 50-something years.
Wow. And you have kids, or you raised your family here?
All my family here, they are all as them brought up.
That's very good. So, currently, what are the things that you guys are lacking in this?
Because we are lacking water problems, both road, in short, gutters everywhere. We are very, very scattered.
So you guys are lacking water.
We are lacking water. We are lacking roads, bad roads.
And smelly gutters.
Smelly gutters and so on.
Okay. Apart from these things you talked about that you guys are liking, are there things that you love about this community? Things that when you look at in this community, you feel so happy. You feel so glad to be among people that live here. Are there things that you want to share with the audience?
No, happened to that one. It happened to that one. It happened to the position that at times we we don't much depends on government. We are facing things towards our own behinds. At times, government will enter inside the area, promising us that they will do this and do this. But after thought and all will just get dissolved.
Okay, what you're trying to say is that you guys here, work together in terms of trying to solve one or two problems. Like for instance, if there's any,
we get schools here.
Okay, if there's any difficulty.
We get schools here. Okay. We get primary schools both from other health centers. And all this is true from all this.
Like the one above the Ugueron Health Center.
This is true.
Okay, that's very good.
This is true.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear.
Can you tell us your name again?
I'm Mr. Chime by name.
Hey, my guy, how now?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Caleb.
Caleb. Okay, now here you live, Abi?
Yes, I live in this community.
How do they take fetch water? Like, I don't see that hill. And then coming up to this place, how do they take fetch water?
Yeah, so sometimes we can take a gallon. Because some tanker can bring water here. Understand?
Oh, water not they run from up, Abi?
No, water not they run from up.
So take the gallon downstairs?
Yes, we can take the gallon down to stairs before we fetch water.
Oh, so some of these places that stay like this now, people they live differently.
Yes.
Like person they live here.
Yes.
Another person they live here.
Yes.
And a different family they live here as well.
Yes, a different family.
Okay. Now, here's what I want to ask you. Based on say they live here for a long time now, person no fit, for instance, say I keep something here.
Yeah.
I come back, I can't find out, I don't see him again. When I experience something like that, maybe say you go keep something, for instance, say you wash your shoe like this.
Yes.
Can't keep them outside. Then maybe you go out, leave them, come back.
You cannot see
him again. That can't if they happen.
Yes, it happen.
Are you serious?
Yes.
But they don't buy your stuff before.
They don't buy my stuff too much here.
So that means say person no fit live in property outside.
Outside, if you leave your property like better things like this, if you come back, you not go see them again.
Okay, if something like this happen, what you they always do? Like say you keep your property, you don't come see them again. What will be the next thing where person supposed to do?
You can invite some security people here and describe what this thing happened to your property to them. If there's no any option, you can leave it to them. They can take it. They can take it like that. But if you sometimes you may be moving around and see someone wearing that. Yes.
Hey, that one appears. You get as if you say you collect something from the same hood. Constantly wearing from that same hood.
And it have happened to me. Happened to my neighbor when he was in clothes. Before he come back,
they don't collect them.
They have arranged the whole clothes, pack it out.
And the person where collect them still they wear them.
Still they wear them.
Same hood.
From this.
Oh, that one not blend that. But apart from that, I believe say you get people we don't live here, we don't come out.
Yes.
Probably they don't already come out, go establish in other areas. Did they try come back to this community? Like, for instance, now say some of our guys, I know say get some guys here we don't already make them small.
Yes.
They come out. So some of them, did they try come back at all to come and see, their old friends and
that is happening. Even this December season itself, there's many guys that come here, big men that grow up from
here.
This ghetto.
So that means they remember Una?
Yes, they still remember us here.
I might not be smart. So like now, stay this place. How long were you done there for this place?
I've lived here like 3 years. 3 years now.
3 years, and you get some guys where they here they born them.
Yes.
Wow.
There's one that they're born and brought up in this community.
But you know they here again.
I don't know they here again.
That's how it's supposed to be. You don't say sometimes, me myself, now from who that grew up.
Yes.
And you get as if you say you don't already come out, make some more change. Then you come back to your hood, come see your friends, your old friends.
Old friends.
You understand? It makes sense. Anyways, again, thank you very much. You try. I bet make they keep your stuff outside again.
My name is Miss Joy Nebo.
Mrs. Joy. Okay. Please, can you tell us how you people live here? How do you see this Ugweron? How do you live in this place? How do you cope?
Anyway, we're just managing. One, the house rent is a bit fair, like other places. Again, we have stream waters. Like now, there's no water everywhere. Like in terms of they're suffering from water now. But we are just spread up or down. Up to 7 places now. We go and fetch water in the stream. So that's what I'm managing.
Okay. The house rent is
a bit fair.
It's fair.
Yes.
Unlike some other places.
Yes.
And also, okay, for instance, now a room here. For me to get a room here, it's like how much?
It depends on the size of the room.
Okay, let's say a normal size. A normal size.
2.5
a month.
Other places, some 2,000 even.
Okay, some 2,000. What is the highest amount for a room? Like the highest amount for a room?
2,005.
2,005 every month. Okay. Can someone get a room and parlor? This place, is it possible?
Yes.
A room and parlor. Wow.
Without toilets and bedroom.
Without toilet and bedroom.
Yes.
And then you guys also share toilet and bedroom.
We don't even, like personally, I don't even have toilets. I only have bedroom here.
Wow. So what you guys do is
we go to the bush.
Go to the bush.
Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Can you also
So what are the challenges? Now you've told us the reason why you guys are able to, manage and live in this place. What are the challenges you are facing here? Difficult challenges you are facing here.
It's just okay. We don't have life now. They are number one.
They are trying to fix
and the pipe bomb water. Okay. No, we don't have pipe bomb water here.
Okay. And lights, scarcity of light.
Yes.
And pipe bomb water.
Yes, we don't have pipe water at all.
Okay. Apart from these two, is there any other thing?
No.
What about, for instance, now leaving one's property? Like for instance, if you should wash your clothes or your shoes or slippers and leave it outside, is there a possibility that you will come back and still meet that slippers there?
Depends on the year. Like this very place, I do wash my when I spend it outside. Okay. The next morning I'll save it. Okay. But some places, there's some years with their own loss. Okay. It depends on the individual that lives in that type of people that are living there. Wow. This very place is okay. My own yard is okay.
Okay. So missing items depends on the place you're living.
Yes, the type of people that are living with you. Yes.
Very interesting. You own this shop?
It's mine.
Wow, that's very nice. And I believe that people around here, they patronize you. Instead of going down the hill to buy something, they can easily come to this place and buy whatever.
They like to check that now. It's not punishment.
That's true. And then you still say the normal price they sell.
Yes.
Okay. That's very nice. Very fair. Very fair. Anyways, thank you very much. But let me ask you. If you have the opportunity to leave this place, will you leave?
Hi! Will you help me out now? You said you want to help me out too.
It's possible I can decide to help you.
Will you help me out now? With speed! Have you forgot about this Indomie here? To climb the hill is easy.
Wow.
Very difficult too. With speed, I'll rush down. Forget about this Indomie here. Forget about them. I'll move to a better place.
You can see it's been a lot of journey. Climbing up to this place was a lot of stress, and getting most of these things, a lot of stress as well. As you can see, the children of this community, this actually the little children who are still coming up, and I believe that before they get to the adolescent stage, the government must have done a lot for them. Shake me. So please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, help me get up to 10,000 subscribers. And it's always Pencraft TV on YouTube, and Pencraft Media on YouTube, on Facebook rather, and every other social media outlet.